video. It's a night video. Now, why am I suddenly doing one of these types of videos? You're gonna see me move my hands around a lot, partly because in our presentation on coming Tuesday, which is Tuesday, why do I keep saying Tuesday? Coming Monday, 2nd of December, I think. We were not taught, but like my friends and I, group mates, suggested that we use our hands for emphasis. So if I keep using my hands like this when I talk, that means I'm emphasizing something. And yeah, and also I have discovered clapping, and I like to do that a lot. Honestly, I should keep my hands in my pockets so I don't do something dumb. What am I doing? Today's video is to talk about something slightly more serious and concerning. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to represent. I want to talk about something that's slightly more concerning in our lives, and you know, not just my life in general, but I'm sure a lot of other people are going through the same thing. And it hit me when I was doing this questionnaire, like literally like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, I was doing a questionnaire about like mental health. And I was like, you know what, people don't understand mental health enough. And it affects a lot of people, that's for sure. And holy shit, I don't know where this is going. I've made some friends. I'm enjoying time in university. I have a great literature seminar tutor who always tries his best to fix my pieces of trash because it's really bad, and you know, devotes time to actually teach the class some useful things. What a great person. Wow. And recently, you know, I started studying a lot more than I did, and that was mainly because that was the first time I failed something, like properly failed something, like it hit me that I failed something. Like, I mean, you know, in IB, I failed like math and chemistry like a billion times. Like, I failed it all my life, all the way growing up, and I've been okay with that because I know that I'm not cut out to be one of those kind of people. But when it comes to me failing linguistics, and I have to retake the exam again, you know, that's when I started. And that's when it hit me that like I'm not a linguistic key person either. And I've just been started to, you know, make some life choices, some realizations on what I'm doing, what I want to do, and why I do what I do. I had my tutor meeting with my tutor today. So yeah, I had a tutor meeting today. Finally had it after like 2 weeks of postponement. Finally had it today, and my tutor is awesome. And you know, we were talking about like, I told her that I failed my linguistics exam, and she was like, yeah, a lot of people fail at some point in their lives, like, don't stress about it, just work harder. And then, you know, I had to go through the whole process of explaining how I don't like linguistics. I didn't see that coming. I didn't realize I would be doing so much linguistics, and I had no prior knowledge whatsoever to what linguistics was before I landed here. And you know, you might think it's pretty normal to start off as like stories of English, Old English as the first linguistics course, because you gotta learn about the history of English before you learn about English itself. But I hated that course. I still hate it now, and I have to take the exam in like 3 weeks. And honestly, it's not even funny right now what I'm doing. I don't even know why I have time to sit down. I just guess I really need to rant about it. That. And also, we have a literature 1,500 word essay paper due on Friday, which I think I'm gonna nail. When I mean nail, I mean pass. Like bare minimum 5.5 pass out of 10. That's what I mean by nail, because I've always been such a borderline person. I literally don't give myself any expectations, because if you have no expectations, you won't be upset when you don't reach them. Okay, so that, and recently recently I started to stress out more on my literature paper because I really want to try hard and work harder for a better grade, because I feel like I can do better. And I know that 2 years of English language and literature in IB has not taught me very much, because I don't feel like I've learned very much. I feel like I'm 2 years behind everyone. Like, I know people in my grade who aren't even native English speakers, and they're getting 7 out of 10. And that's kind of sad, because they're not native speakers and they're getting 7 out of 10. And I grew up speaking English. I went to an international school. I took English A higher level. Like, I should have at least some kind of skill in English, but you know, it doesn't seem like that I have that, and that confidence is just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you just don't have that confidence anymore when you see someone else who's not even a native speaker who's doing better at English than you, when you have spoken English pretty much your whole life and you can't even do better than them, or you can't even get up to their level. And yes, maybe they might be trying hard, but for literature, I am trying hard. I am trying really hard, because I just want to do good in literature. And then also, yeah, like, I just want to work really hard on my essay. I just want it to be perfect, even though I always stress that there's no such thing as perfect. But yet I want to achieve that. So it's like I'm kind of wanting to do the impossible when I say it's impossible. Like, I tell others it's impossible, but yet I want to do it too. So it's kind of contradicting. And I don't know what I'm doing right now in my life, because I have so much to do. And then we have this presentation on Monday. I don't know if I said that already. It's about Singaporean English. You know, a lot of other groups, they have like 5 people for their presentation, and it's like a class-led 45-minute presentation where you give out kids. You don't give out kids. Where you give out worksheets to the other classmates in your class to work on. So it's 45-minute student-led presentation by 5 students in a group. Now you might think 5 students in a group is pretty good, because it's like, I don't know, like roughly like 6-8 minutes per person, something like that. So it's not a lot. But nobody wanted to do Singaporean English. Why did I say it like that? Oh my god. No one wanted to do Singaporean English, so it was just me and like 3 other people, so 4 of us. So that would be like 11 minutes-ish per person, which is still okay. And then one of the people in our group dropped out. And when I mean dropped out, I mean like they quit university. Like, she was like so done. And I don't blame her. I really don't, because I want to be like her too, and I don't even want to be studying linguistics anymore. Like, what am I doing here? I don't even know, and I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to find out, because I don't want to go there. Like, I want to push myself, like my tutor said to me today, like, you should push yourself and overcome these obstacles. And I think they're more than just obstacles, you know? It's more than like a table or a chair or a red light in your way. I think it's like a giant wall that you can't blast through because it's made of like obsidian or something. Yeah. Wow, that was an analogy. So yeah, now this leaves us just to 3 people in a presentation led by 3 people. It's gonna be super hard because I haven't actually met up with them, and our presentation is in like less than a week, and we haven't had anything sorted, so we're basically screwed and done for. And I should probably just like jump out the window right now, because what am I even doing? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, my life is just like in a state of disaster, you know. Class, apartment, class, apartment, class, apartment. And you know, I could stay in my apartment until I run out of food, and that's when I would probably go out and buy something. But I would prefer staying in my apartment more than like going out and getting a social life, having a drink, because apparently having a drink is everyone's thing here. Well, culturally, I'm not a drinker, so that wouldn't bother me very much, but like I just love my apartment. I stay in here. I try and study. I am studying. I need to study. Do my homework, study, revise, edit YouTube videos, and film some so that you guys can know how I'm doing social life wise, or like just like a life update. You know, it's like just yesterday, well, like this morning at like 5 in the morning, I received a text from one of my like schoolmates that are still back in school from Hong Kong, and said that she applied for university here, same course. So I just want to tell you right now, if you are watching my video, English language and culture is harder than you think it is, and I will make a separate video discussing this. But if you just look at my mental state as a whole, I am definitely not the best example. I just basically almost quit UNICEF student team Amsterdam because I was being belittled. No one took me seriously. I had nothing to offer because everyone probably lived here for years and years and years, and I only came here for like 3 months. I felt like I wasn't a valuable asset. But I think what drove me the most away from wanting to stay was that I wasn't taken seriously. And maybe age is the issue. No, I don't think so, because it would be pretty ironic if that, you know, you were in UNICEF but nobody took you seriously because of your age. Because UNICEF is, you know, about children and children's rights and stuff. So no way. I mean, I know I'm not a child, but like, they should be at least a role model to not belittle people just because there's an age difference. And I am the youngest in the student team in Amsterdam. I know that already because I checked everyone's birthdays on the calendar. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, I haven't told them I would quit yet, nor have I decided whether I want to quit. But it's definitely not making me happy staying there, and I am definitely not making myself happy. Like, I can see myself being upset about it, and I don't feel that going there is good for my mental health, I guess you could say. Like, I've been thinking of switching to something else, or just, you know, fair and square, quit and reapply for another place, like team, like committee. They have 3 different committees. They have like fundraising, awareness, and marketing. You know, you can always be fair and square, quit and reapply for a different committee. But you know, if they aren't making you happy, why are you staying? Like, I think you should ask yourself this question. And you can't call yourself selfish for doing that. Because I've been here for about like 3-4 months now, and I haven't went to the movie theater yet, which I probably will do this weekend when I'm done handing in my essay. Actually, I can't because I have to prepare for my presentation. I just don't quite like the idea of people putting their happiness on the line of someone else. Like, I don't want to put my happiness on the line of someone else. And if you don't understand what I mean, is that you shouldn't have to wait for someone just so that you can earn that kind of happiness. Now, some of you, you know, out there might call me selfish for saying this, but I really, really don't think so. And I know that what comes first should be your mental health. Like, your mental health before your family, your mental health before your friends. Because in the end, you are the one who's suffering with the mental health issues, not your family, not your friends, because it's in here. Now, can your friends and family see what's in here? No. Can you see what's in there? No, not really, but you can feel what's in there. So I think that you should put your happiness and your well-being first before somebody else, because in the end, it all goes down to you. Like, all, you know, everything that happens all comes back down to you. You know, like your stress workload from university, your deadlines, your presentations, your essays, your homework, you know, it all comes down back to you. If you fail your exams, if you don't get a good grade, it all comes back down to you. And if you have problems with your friends, if you have problems making friends, don't make friends with them, seriously. But if you have problems with your friends, like if you're friends with them and then suddenly, you get into an argument and you guys turn out you're not meant to be friends and you don't want to be friends anymore, but then you have classes together and it gets really awkward, don't be friends with them. They're not worth your time. And if not being friends with them takes a toll on your mental health, or you feel like that you've done something wrong when you clearly haven't, or all the burden of the friendship lies on you because you feel like you messed up in this friendship, don't. Because friends come and go, and if friends don't stick with you when you turn into an idiot, if you mess up dramatically and they don't want to be friends with you because you look like an idiot, or you make yourself become a fool, or you drive them insane, and if they don't want to be friends with you, don't be friends with them because they're not worth your time. If they think that you're not worth their time, then what are you even doing? Don't be friends with them, seriously. Yeah, that's my tip for you guys. This is gonna be so hard to edit. I think just at the end of the day, stay friends who are true by your side, don't leave you when you need them the most, and are always there for you. They check up on you, they ask you how you're doing. They don't decide to break your friendship just because you make a mishap in their life that also affects you as well. Because I think, friends are important, I guess. Why did I say that like that? Because friends are important to some extent. You need them. And they motivate you sometimes. Oh my god. It's good to have friends. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have friends. I just know the way I said it doesn't sound very convincing, but it's good to have friends, especially friends that stay by your side when you need them the most, and friends that don't just ditch you or just dump you when you make a mishap that will subsequently somewhat affect their life to a very small extent, and yourself, because you yourself are also involved in mishaps. And everybody makes mistakes. I think you should just forgive them and move on. That's my tip. Forgive and forget. Now, I'm not asking you to forget any mistakes or problems or anything that you've gone through, but forgiveness is the greatest act of kindness anyone can give. And I really don't know how long I have rambled, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And if any of you guys need me, you know where I am. My links to my email addresses, Instagrams and everything are in the info box down below, so you can always go and check them out if you want to hit me up and talk to me about any problems that you might have, and I will always be more than happy to answer them. And just a lot is on the line at the moment, so I am just completely out of it. So like I said, if you need me, comment down below, DM me on Instagram, email me. I'm always here for you, and you're worth it. Goodbye!